Hey, Topaz here. You ever want to have the and experience at home in real life? Well, check it out. You can with the and card game. Buy it now.
If we weren't twins, just strangers, do you think we would be friends?
No.
Really?
I don't think we would be friends. We've talked about this.
I don't remember talking about this.
In high school, we would talk about it, and we would be like, if we were in high school together and we weren't sisters, we wouldn't even talk to each other.
Well, maybe in high school, but I'm talking about like if, as adults,
Yeah.
you know, do you think, or no?
I don't know. We would obviously be missing out. Not saying that I don't. I just don't think that we would have ever found each other to even be friends, you know? Okay, how do you describe me to others?
Well, it's funny because I feel like I never had to describe you all growing
weird.
up because we were just we were basically like a couple, we were a pair. So I never really had to describe you until college because we didn't go to the same college.
That was really weird, going to college and people just not knowing.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you
then-
don't know that I'm a twin? Oh, I have to tell you. Like, it's just, it was weird.
It's like they don't know half of you or something.
Yeah, you just like assume that everybody knows. How are we similar and how does that scare you?
I was thinking about this the other day, about how we're similar in terms of how we approach, I think, romantic relationships. We're people who, when we love somebody, we're in it for the long haul. And even if we can kind of see that it might not be the best situation, or we might not be as happy as we could be, or there are little red flags, I think we're both just in our nature people who want to stick it out. And that kind of can scare me sometimes because I feel like sometimes we put up with things that we shouldn't, or we hold on to situations that we should just let go and move forward from. So in that way, that kind of scares me.
I feel like when it comes to relationships, I put on, like, I very heavily, not very heavily, but it's very important to me if my family likes who I'm dating, because I know we spend so much time together. I want that to always be the same. Whoever I'm dating, I want them to just fold right in and kind of go with the flow. But, you know, you've experienced, like, in the past where that hasn't been the case, and it scared the hell out of me because I was like, okay, I'm having trouble, you know, like spending time with, you know, your boyfriend at the time. I can't even imagine going on like a vacation together as, like, you know, with this person. Like, I'm concerned. Like, if you end up with someone that doesn't easily, like, and, you know, kind of fold in with the family, like, I guess what I'm trying to get to is, like, you know, you stuck to your guns where I don't know if I could have done the same. And, you know, I just, when you're moving on to, like, next relationships and meeting different people, do you think it would be the same, like, or do you think you would take in a little bit, you would be more sensitive to, okay, are they going to fit in with my family? Would this be like a good fit, or?
I mean, yeah, it's never fun to date someone who your family, for whatever reason, valid or not, has issues with or is not thrilled about. That was incredibly hard, and I felt very separate, you know? And I felt very torn because it was like, I love my family and I love him. So I think in the future, that will be something that I consider. But at the same time, you can't help who you fall in love with.
Yeah,
you know?
you can't predict.
But I do remember feeling like a very deep sadness about the fact that I could never really bridge the two. And I think I still hold a little resentment, you know? Because it was like, at the end of the day, I know everybody, you, parents, family, they want the best for me. But also I felt like I wanted to be trusted more, you know? Like, I wanted you to just be like, you know what? I want to be able to trust what you see and how you feel, and just, I'll let you figure it out. I mean, that was such a complicated thing, but I think in the future I will consider that, you know?
I just don't want to see you ever have to go through that again. Like, I could see how hard it was for you, and I understood. Like, like you said, like, we're very similar when it comes to relationships and, you know, love, and and all that. Like when we're in. Like we're here to stay. So I could really see how that was so hard. And we have a small family. We're all very close. We all see each other a lot. So I just never want to see you in that situation again. And I know you can't. It's out of your control, but I could see how that was hard.
Yeah, it was. It's very hard. Yeah. I don't know. I think in the future, my hope is that whoever I fall in love with next it'll just fit and it'll work, and there will be no, discussions that have to be had, or, you know, I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
So.
Is there anything else you want to ask?
I feel like I have a question.
Okay.
I know you've kind of vocalized this before, but I feel like sometimes I wonder if you resent me in that I feel like I did get some more attention growing up because of certain issues that I had. Especially even when when I was 23 and I had that back surgery.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of attention was put on me. So I'm just wondering, do you ever resent that?
No, not for a second. I know that I joke, and I'm like, okay, she survived, guys. She's okay. I just, am busting on mom and dad. But that was that day was the scariest day of my life. Like those 7 hours that we were in that freaking waiting room, I will never forget it, because this the thought, of having to God forbid, but I just couldn't even imagine.
Okay.
Why do you love me?
You're just my best friend, It's like, I think there's a connection that twins have that no one else can understand. I really do. It's very special.
I think it's the closest you can be with another human being.
Right. Like even, relationships that I've had that have been multiple years, 2-3 years. Yes, I felt extremely close to those people, but it's never been the same level. I feel like there are kind of like levels or layers to relationships and kind of how deep or far down those ties go. And you are I think the strongest that I will ever experience. So.
I think, why I love you is the same. I mean, I feel so lucky that I have a twin. And we get to go through life together. Congrats, you're born with the best friend forever. And I never want to take that for granted. I always want to cherish that, and I think that we do, and I think you are my number one supporter. You're always going to be on my side, and it's nice to have. I mean, I've had friends that we've had for years, and it's like sometimes you're like, okay, well, you can just see them kind of crumble, and it's like, what happened? I thought this person was going to be in my life forever, and it's like sometimes it doesn't happen that way, but I know with you,
There's no question.
So that's really why I love you.
Hey, Topaz here. Thanks for watching our video. If it touched you, if it moved you, if it made an impact, please consider supporting us on Patreon so that we continue making more. It means the world to us, and we appreciate it. Thank you.